get started with the experience. Peter Bell, congratulations. You did 80 hours. Wow. I wanted to do 80 hours.
Thank
Actually, I wanted
you.
to do 90 hours. That's
Thank
wonderful.
you.
Wonderful. Tell me, let's start with you. Tell me the experience. What did you go through?
Um, Overall, it was fine. Nothing much. I think on the second day I had light headache, but nothing like out of the world, like pain of like me doing something. I did do one thing was did enema twice a day, once in the morning and once around evening around 6:37.
Okay.
That helped a lot in terms of me not feeling too thirsty or anything. If you remember, Deepak, my last time when I did it, I had one complaint was that I used to feel very dry mouth, and so I wanted to avoid that. So I made sure I did enema twice, and except on Sunday night I didn't do, and so Monday morning was again dry mouth was like so bad. In the middle of the night I woke up, lot of like it felt like there was a lot of stuff on my teeth. So I literally at 2 o'clock, I woke up and brushed my teeth and cleaned and everything. Monday morning, I did the same, brushed my teeth and everything, but my mouth was so dry that I couldn't take it that part. Otherwise, there was no hunger, there was nothing there which could have, you know, and I did enema Monday morning, but it didn't make a difference in terms of dryness of my mouth. So that's why I broke the fast and I was not prepared for with a green juice or anything. So I used lemon water with little good to break the fast.
Oh, that's fine. That's good. That's good. So one of the lesson we learned here, if you feel thirsty, and I said that before, and I'm going to repeat again, is to have a lukewarm, hot water, and drink it with a teaspoon, just 1 teaspoon, 2 teaspoon, and it 1 or 2 or 3 or 4, you would feel very, very, very satisfied, and then your mouth won't stay dry. uh, as far as the toothbrush is going, you need to brush at least twice a day, maybe 3 times a day. So when you're fasting, okay, so that is, that would keep you fresh, all the time fresh. And if possibly, don't use that toothpaste with the fluoride. Fluoride is not good. It really hurts your pituitary gland in your head, and it has that fluoride is harmful to the body. So don't take that. If you don't have this Ayurvedic toothpaste, then use the Armor, this soda, or use a salt and then put in your brush, and the salt, salt brush.
Yeah.
So
I have Ayurvedic toothpaste. So I use that.
Then that's good. That's good. That's good. That's good. Yeah. Because we want to avoid any chemical going in your body. And whether you like it or not, whenever you use a toothpaste or whatever, some chemical through your tongue, it does get absorbed and it does go in the body. So we want to avoid that. How was your sleep the last 3 days or 3 nights? How did you do that?
One night, Deepak, by most of the time when I do this fasting, sometimes maybe, I don't know, I get numb with brain, I don't know, but I don't feel sleepy. So like I think on Saturday night, I was up till like 1:30 reading and doing.
Okay.
Because I just didn't feel sleepy at all. But on
So
Sunday,
you're low of energy.
Right. But on Sunday, I made a point that, irrespective I feel sleepy or not, I'm going to switch off lights at 9 o'clock so that I can start my Monday work day and everything correctly. Overall, sleep was fine. Sunday, I slept very well. Even Thursday, Friday everything was fine. Normal sleep, and I tried sleeping more than what I usually do. Usually my sleep hours are 6 hours or 6.5 hours, but I made sure I got 8 hours of rest so that I don't feel too weak or anything. Yeah.
Good. As day progresses, let's say first day, you don't even feel, you don't feel tired, you don't feel sleepy, you don't feel weak or nothing like that. That day, if you do work, that's fine. Second day, you're gonna start feeling it, because now body started taking fat and whatever nutrient it needs for wherever it's stored. So it will start doing that, right? So that day you do light work, and the third day, if you pull it off through the third day, then you really need to pamper your body. Just rest, watch TV, whatever you enjoy doing it. Unfortunately, my third day, I had a few people were coming over. They wanted to learn how to make green juice, so I had to go to grocery store buy. So I felt a little bit tired by the time I brought all the groceries home, and so I went and slept for half an hour, just freshen myself up, and then we made a juice till evening, and then I drank juice around 10 o'clock, 8:30, 9 o'clock. So I kind of did, I did 74, 75 hours, but that's okay. That's what I did. But I'm learning as time goes by. One of the thing I noticed, and how did you notice your enema? Did you see anything coming out of it?
So this was kind of interesting. I didn't see that much dirt coming out. Like, it did come out on a regular basis, some or the other, but nothing crazy. So both the times
No, it won't be crazy. It won't be crazy.
Yeah, it was fine. Like, nothing, no black or brown things. Somehow I get more yellow color. I don't know why. But that's how it came out. I've heard people saying that little stones and pebble kind of things come out when whatever your layer gets broken up, but nothing like that for me. So was not, I mean, I did it, made sure that
you didn't eat or drink for 3 days. Still something was coming out. Is that true?
Yes,
Not true?
it was coming out. Definitely it was coming out. So, but it was nothing like pebbly or anything, but like,
Okay.
Yeah.
How about urine?
Urine was interestingly very normal, like, no dark yellow except on Sunday night. So I felt like, my detoxification maybe started after 50 hours. Like, my body was not feeling anything till that. And then maybe it started, like, maybe that was the thing. Because 36 hours is like very easy. Nothing is, there is no muscle moved with 36 hours. It seems like it's just so easy to do, kind of.
So okay, what I felt, in my case, even 48 hours, even 72 hours, when I did the enema, still something still came out of it, So I felt my autophagy was in a full swing after 48 hours. It was going pretty well. And in the urine side, your kidney, your liver, whenever you take any medicine, or if you take any processed food, whenever preservative goes in your body, your liver separates it. Nutrient goes in one way, and whatever they filter out, the chemicals, which is not good for body, they try to filter it, and then it goes to kidney, and then water comes out, right? Clean water comes out. So I felt both days, for second days, then third day, when I was going for urination, I could smell the medicine. I could see my liver and kidney both were getting cleaned. And they say that is what your flushing of your kidney and liver happens when you do fasting, because you're not drinking anything. Still, you go to urinate. You still go. So that's the time it cleansing takes a maximum cleansing takes place. Now, Jeff, how many days did you do it?
I apologize because I missed the last call. I didn't know we were going for 72. I just did 36. So
no, that's fine. That's fine. 36. How did you do?
I felt fine. I think at this point I'm hitting my stride and I've become accustomed to it. This Thursday, whatever you guys are going to do, I'll match it. If you're going to go longer than 72, that's fine. I'll do that too. I want to keep up with the group. I don't want to spoil the progress.
I don't know how does group feel about this? Do you guys
I'm not going to do Deepak Bhai. I'm not going to do anything this Thursday. So just letting you know.
Yeah, no, that's fine. That's fine. Meenaben, what are you up to?
Yeah, I did the 41 hours last week.
And how did you do?
I felt really good, but I was still losing some hair, and that scared me away. I took a shower on the Thursday morning, and my hair was coming out more than usual. So then I stopped it. But
Yeah,
I'm
you said that on your site. Yeah,
yeah.
I
So I'm
talked
ready.
to.
Uh-huh.
Go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
No, I talked to Chavan Sahib why this is happening, why hair is coming out, what's going on. He said, tell her she should feel good because her body is going detoxing it, and that hair will come back. Guaranteed that hair will come back. He said, your hair, your skin, inner hair also trying to throw some what do you call toxins out of it. So that's why what is going on. I said I would not be too much concerned about that because that hair is going to come out. Important thing that you are detoxing it. That needs to happen. But I also posted a video, this Shobha something, and she talked
Yes.
about why hair comes out, and she gave some theoretical explanation to it. I hope everybody got a chance to see that one. But anyway, what is the important part, guys? What is the most important part is we want to make our body alkaline. That's the most important part.
Right.
So in order to make an alkaline, you got to eat alkaline food. And what is alkaline? Body, your breaking point from alkaline to acidic is less than 7 is acidic and over 7 is alkaline. And body tries to maintain 7.35 to 7.45. Body is trying very, very hard to keep but by helping body, by taking alkaline food and whatever I could find, I put it on a website that these are the alkaline fruits, vegetables, and other things. So alkaline body, when your toxins are gone and the alkaline becomes, the body becomes alkaline, then any type of bad cells, and then on top of that you're doing autophagy, then all the bad cells going to be destroyed, is going to be gone away. And these are the most important factor for especially people who are battling with cancer. And there are a few more people I think they're listening. I don't know if they're here or not, but I got 3 more cancer patients. I started working with them. And they just diagnosed with a cancer. Young people, some of them are stage 4, and some of them are stage 3. So we are working very hard to do that. So 2-3 things we want to do is we are detoxing with of course intermittent fasting. We are detoxing with the green juice, and then we are detoxing with the enema. Then we are detoxing with the fasting, so long-term fasting, and that is what is helping. That is what is helping. Roshanji, you did not do any fasting, is that right?
Yeah, I didn't do, but this week I am going to do 24 to 36 hours.
Okay. Guys, most of you are I had 20-30 people want to do fasting, but I chose some people who can show the leadership quality and help other people. That was a reason. That was a reason why you were chosen. And I would like you guys to help now. Actually, when you do fasting, I don't like to take more than 4 to 5 people. Then I can give a personal attention. All of you guys, I'm charging you guys that you guys gonna have to help me out, and you guys gonna have to take 4 or 5 people in your group and help them, and you guide them, and don't do fast. People who had never done fasting before, we don't want to do long-term fasting. We want to make the body accustomed to it, slowly but surely. We want to get accustomed to it. So that's what we want to do. So I need help from everyone to do that. I was going to abandon this WhatsApp group on a Tuesday, and I expect you guys to make your own group and take 4 to 5 people, and I will join you whenever you arrange the meeting. I will join you. But fasting it's not that easy to do. And if you haven't done fasting, it's pretty tough. Meenaben, this was your first time, is that correct?
No, I have done it in the past, but yeah, this 48 hours was my first time. Yeah, that is correct. Yeah,
okay.
48
and
hours.
Jeff, yeah, Jeff, this was your first time as well?
No, not at all. when Prashant first introduced me to you, I did that first fast. I did 48 hours. And then
Correct.
when we started this group for the 4 weeks, the first week I did the 24, 36, I forget what I did. And then this next week after that, because I couldn't make the call, I just assumed we were tacking on another day. So I did one more. So that was my third fast. And then this Thursday will be my fourth.
Okay. How about Manglaben? How about you?
Yeah, I'm just continuing with the 24 because I'm going to do every week 24 hours because I cannot go more than that because I work hard. So I don't want to, exhaust or anything like that. So I'm going to keep it up like every week, 24 hours. Yeah.
Very good. Very good. And that is the ideal. That is the ideal. That one should keep it up once a week. Yeah.
Yeah, but
that balances.
One thing is happened. Yeah. Sorry, go ahead. So this time one thing happened to me that there is no sleepiness or no tiredness or something like that. So I was working regularly, but still there is like little bit at the end of the day. So it was like that. So, but the 24 hours is perfectly okay. Nothing hard for me. So I can go further, but I'm just couldn't do it because of the work I'm doing. So that's why.
So you slept earlier, maybe?
Yes, I slept very early, like 9 o'clock or something, and got up at 4:30 or something. So that was okay.
Okay. Kiranben, can you share something with us?
Deepak, I couldn't do prolonged fast last week because of some prior commitments. But now this week I'll definitely start again and I'll see how long I can go because I also get, too much extreme dryness in the throat and tongue last time when I did for 61 hours it was, I don't remember exactly now. Yeah, then, I had to break for this reason only that my tongue was literally feeling as if it had shriveled completely and I really wanted to have water. So that's why I broke. Then I had the lime water with honey. So
okay. That's fine.
So this week when I do, I will see how my body takes to it. If it takes well, then I'll go for prolonged. Otherwise, then I'll see where I have to stop. But I'll definitely do this week.
Yeah, but I told you, when you feel thirsty, have a warm water. And you said you choose to put lemon and a little bit of honey. That's okay. That's okay but just drink by teaspoon. And if you feel satisfied, then don't drink it anymore. And I promise you, 2 to 3 teaspoons, you'll be full. I guarantee it. You will be full.
Yeah. I do that. See then how it goes with me.
Right. Sejalben, what do you have to share? Sejalben, are you there? Yeah. Sejalben, you are muted. Please open your microphone. There we go. No. You muted again. Hello. Sejalben, are you there?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Now I can. Now we all can. No, you muted again.
Oh dear.
Oh yeah. Now we can.
Okay.
Now we can.
Sorry. Okay. Yeah, Deepak bhai, I did 36 hours because after the 30 hours, I started getting a headache. So that usually scares me. So then at 36 hours, I drank a little coconut water, which according to Punita Ben, I know. I didn't know that, but Chawan Sahib had told me to drink coconut water, instead of green juice. So my green juice wasn't ready. So then I drank a little bit, like 1/4 cup of coconut water. And that started a stomach ache for me. Which was a mistake. Coconut water was a mistake. I realized that. And then the green juice, after the stomach ache, the green juice I drank, I gulped it. Another mistake, So anyway, so that was then I called Punita and Punita gave me a recipe of avocado, which really helped me. So anyway, during this 36 hours, I had a little rash on my skin, which is usual, right? I mean, sometimes you get it.
Yeah, sometimes you get it. Yes.
Yeah. So then, but it went away. And then like Meena Ben, I took a shower Friday morning and a lot of hair came out. So then, of course, we ladies, when hair comes out, we kind of get scared, you know. So anyway, I saw your video and stuff, and Puneet also told me that no, not to worry. But then yesterday, I went to my cosmetologist for a haircut, and she touched my hair, and she says, "Oh wow." She says that your hair is thinning, but it has become very baby fine hair. Like after a month and a half, I went to her. So I just want to share that, you know. So that, and she said her father was a naturopath doctor. He passed away, but she was used to seeing, she said that your hair is getting very nutritional, you know. So anyway, that made me feel good that even though it's falling, but it somehow she sensed nutrition in it. So anyway, just wanted to share that.
New hair and much more stronger hair. That's what's gonna happen.
Yeah, right. And but this time, Deepak Bhai, nothing came out of my, remember last time wax came out of my ears, then my runny nose, then there were a lot of like things coming out of my eyes. This time nothing happened like that, you know, but that's okay, right? I mean,
that's okay. That's fine. That's okay.
Oh, okay.
You know, people, you know, I'm noticing myself 48 hours, when I did the 48 hours in the evening, 2 nights in the evening, I guess when my body must be going through the, you know, the autophagy system. And so at middle of the night, I got up for an hour or so, and then I went back to sound sleep again, you know, 2 days in a row. That's what had happened. Autophagy, when it works, when it starts killing the bad cells, and then cells becomes dead cell, and you know, and so what happens is then new cell grows in the space of bad cells, you know. So that's the whole system which works, you know. And fasting, I mean, you know, we are not going to do this long-term fasting, you know, every week. We're not going to do that. Once a week fasting is more than enough. Once a month we will do long-term fasting, and long-term fasting is for cleansing your kidney and your liver, you know, and your system, the system as a whole. But as long as we keep doing our intermittent fasting, we are fine. You know, we are doing good job.
Right. But Deepak, I had a request.
Yes.
I was thinking that I don't know how others feel, but I'm not ready to lose your leadership yet. You know, the meeting that we have once a week, you know, it gives, at least, you know, it gives me a lot of strength and a lot of support and a lot of, you know, things like I'm on the right track. Maybe I don't know how others feel.
I agree with you. Yes.
Yeah, because we still need, I mean, 1 month is not enough to make us leaders. We still need your leadership. That's all.
No, I appreciate that. I appreciate. I mean, I don't mind to continue a little bit longer, but I want you guys to help other people, because you guys graduated. You know, you, Jeff, Ben, Kiran Ben, Meena Ben. Take 2 or 3 people, and you know, these people you're gonna take, they never have fasted themselves. Not beyond 6 to 8 hours. That's it. So
then,
when
Deepak, what would be your advice if they have not even done for 6 to 8 hours? We just help them to go through 24 hours. That would be the first goal.
Yes. If once a week, help them to do 24 hours.
Okay,
you know.
I think that's very much doable by all of us. If we have to do prolonged one, then it becomes like, you know, more things come to mind.
Challenging.
Yeah, 24 hours, I think I'm okay helping people with 24 hours.
Right. So the best way to do that, you explain to them what they're gonna go through, and everybody's gonna have a different experience, you know. Some people never have done a fasting. I mean, 24 hours, and fasting in our Indian tradition, fasting means you eat faral, right? A certain food you eat. Another fasting means you drink just juices or just stay on a fruits and the juices. Third fasting is you just eat in the evening, and that's called. But I mean fasting without water. When you tell someone, they just almost faint. What do you mean by 24 hours without water? And that's where your moral and your guidance will come very handy. And that's why you need to make them do baby step. So if you help them, if they start doing once a week, I promise you their health will come back in a shape. Slowly but surely it'll come back in a shape. And that's what we want to convince people. Fasting to me, Jeff, you can chime in if you want, but it's a mental game. I didn't know I'm going to do 72 hours. Whether I can do it or not. 48 is the maximum I have done, but 72 hours was easy. What I shouldn't have done, but I did see few families came to my house, and I sat with them for 5-6 hours. One of the key thing is, when you do fast, you need to pamper your body. And body has been working for you 365 days a year, 24 hours a day. Body needs a vacation. Give them a little time. Do nothing. Why can't you do nothing and just lie down and do things which makes you happy? Body is being providing all the support you need. Then you need to provide support to body and say, body, hey, I'm not gonna speak, I'm not even gonna open my eyes, I'm just gonna lie down, I'm just gonna rest. And I mean, that's what we are supposed to do. When you don't speak and when you don't keep your eyes open, I mean, if you don't use energy by any organs, I promise you body's energy is gonna do more cleansing and more repairing, more healing. But every time, I was a little bit naive. I used to do 24 hours, fasting, but then I would go and work out also. I defeated all the purpose, because when I go work out, my muscle gets stressed, it gets torn down, and then it needs to be rebuilt. And instead of my body do cleansing and my body do healing, it didn't do it. Because what it was doing, basically repairing what I was damaging by doing weightlifting and stuff. And running 1 hour on a treadmill. So was that the right thing for me to do? No. Chavan Sahib dead against that. Our diet guru is dead against that. He said, the day you do fasting, then give a body a 1-day holiday. Body deserves it. It serves you 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. It deserves 1-day holiday too. So when you do that, pamper your body, take a long shower, so whatever you do, then body would repair much more faster. The other thing I ask you guys to do, and I know Roshanji was doing that. He meditated in the morning before he went to, before he got out of the bed. He meditated in the evening before he went to bed. Those are the things also we need to do, And whatever God you believe in, just lie down and remember the God, and just be thankful. Hey, I have a good body. Everything is working in my body. All the organs are working. God, thank you. So just be thankful to Almighty, whichever God you believe in it. But and then just take it easy and think positive, and then remember the things you used to make you happy childhood till now. Just good things you remember. One of the things the last time I said, hey, if somebody has hurt you in the past, forgive them. You become the biggest hearted person. Forgive them, because as you keep a body in a positive spirit, you keep mind in a positive spirit. That's what we want to do, and that's when the biggest healing takes place. And that's what all of us need to do. All of us need to do that, because if you are resting and then you have a little animosity towards somebody, that is not helping us. That is not helping body. You think our cells don't have a brain? Our cells has a intelligence beyond you and me ever think of. One of the thing Dr. Gantri was saying the other day, and I'm not painting any bad picture, but here he said, when you go, let's say you go on a date and you feel like to kiss your partner, So both the cells in both the body, they attract to each other. They attract to each other, and they force you to do what you feel like to do. It is not in your control. It just happens in your body. You know, the certain right cells, you know, they move up, and then they emotionally they feel that that's what you should do, and that's what they make you do. You know, so there are things you do sometimes is because your cells make you do it. Some people you meet first time and you don't like them. You never met them. You never even known them in the past. Why? Because those cells are exactly opposite. Their thinking is exactly opposite to the other body, and then that keeps you apart. So these are things, it happens. And Dr. Gantry, if you read his book Plant Paradise, and you know, I had shown to you guys last time plant paradox. And if you read this book, and you know, and it explains how intelligent your cells are, body cells are. You know, they control your body. They control a lot of different things. You know, so I would say you're a positive thinker, and you usually meet the people who have a similar type of thinking. And if they are not, your relationship would not last. You'll go away from each other. You know, the people, they bring these cells are bringing the right people with us, and extend the relationship with each other. You know, this is I mean, it's mind-boggling. What he talks about is mind-boggling. And this guy was 20 years he was the president of American Heart Association. He was the biggest surgeon. He did almost 10,000 surgery himself, and now he become what do you call, the dietitian. He become the holistic medicine. He said whoever he did the operated on a heart, he apologized to them. He said, I'm realizing that heart surgery is not necessary. We can dissolve the plaque on everybody's arteries. We can do that. And when you did the fasting, you may not have realized, but there are a lot of plaques and a lot of fats which you cannot burn and get dissolved. You are dissolving it, because body is hungry. They need a food. They need to get some place. They need to get food out of it, and they are dissolving your fat, layer by layer by layer by layer. You don't have a choice. I say I would like to take the fat out of my arm here. I don't have a choice. Where is it going to come out? Usually the rule of thumb is wherever you put the fat last, it will come out first. That's what it comes out. So I mean, what we need to do this, and I'm trying to get hold of my very dear friend Sulekha Ben Chaudhary. I asked Chawan Sahib's help to come and talk to me. That lady, she has done 28 days, 30 days, 60 days at a time, no water, no food, nothing. And top of that, she's mentally so strong. She goes and helps. Her husband is a physician. She goes and helps in his practice, on a daily basis. And plus she cooks for the family, but she does not eat or drink. And I wanted her to come. Somehow we are not connected yet. I left a few messages for her, but one of these days she's going to come and talk to us in a fasting group, because I want her to talk to, it was tough for her to do 24 hours. Then she slowly started 48 hours. Now she does 28, 30, and her family makes her quit. After 2 months, the family says, please don't do it. Just take it easy. We don't want you to do it. But now she's come to the point she's not losing any weight. Even though she fasts, she's not losing any weight. She's pretty healthy individual. Yes, all the excess fat is gone. You can see that she looks like a transparent person, just glass doll. That's what she looks like. Wonderful. She must be, I would say, probably 56, 58 years old, and and a very, very positive thinker. Very positive thinker. I had a very good time with her to spend some time physically, with her in a seminar I attended in India. So very, very nice person. So and that time she asked me. She said, can I call you? I said sure. And then we talked about breaking fasting, and so she changed her way of breaking fasting, which hopefully that helped her, and she's doing more and more. How about breaking fasting? Pitalben, tell me, how did you break your fasting? 80 hours.
I drank a half a glass of this lemon ginger gur water. Yeah, but
Was
I
it
drank
hot? Was it warm? Was it warm?
slowly.
No, was it warm?
I made it little warm so that
lukewarm.
Just little bit. Like I didn't boil it, but just warm. Like it was not super cold kind of thing. And then I made that, but I drank over 1 hour. Like, you know, I was sitting at the work and I did very, very slowly. And then in afternoon, I did apple and amla juice. I was not mentally prepared for the green juice. I should have, I was thinking I'll go full-fledged 90. I stopped at 85. So I was like, oh no, I didn't order any greens or anything. So I didn't have that in hand. But I did that. And then in evening, again, I did this half a glass of, again, the same juice I had made extra. So I drink that. And then I was feeling very hungry. So I had 1 avocado, small avocado. I had pulpy fruit. And then in night, at night, I didn't eat anything, but I made a vegetable broth because I was craving something warm. So I just made a broth and I filtered it, didn't drink and eat any food or anything, but I had a cabbage and carrot in it and a little bit of a few of Saragwa Singh. I put it for a boil and just made a broth and just drank that 1 glass of that. So that's how my whole yesterday was. Today also not a green juice completely, and then 1 mango. And then evening I did a broth and then little bit of this cabbage. Yeah.
So your stomach didn't pain or bother or stomach pain or nothing like that, right?
No,
because
no.
very slowly.
Right, because I think till yesterday afternoon, I broke my fast at 9:30 till like 5 o'clock. Whatever I did it in a very slow motion. Like, you know, once at 5 o'clock when I was feeling hungry, at that time I ate avocado. Nothing, no pain, nothing. And at around like 7:30, I drank the broth because I wanted something which felt warm and also tasted something. So I had very little salt, not much, and very little sambar powder to give some flavor. And so I drank that light water.
Okay.
I have one question. How can you drink the lime juice for 1 hour? Means just by spoon and wait for 15 minutes and another spoon.
Yeah, I mean, I was working, so I brought it at the desk. So it was as Deepak Pai suggested, I could have done 90 hours if I would have followed his advice. Literally, after having three spoons of that lemon juice, my mouth dryness was gone. Like there was nothing there. Then and mentally I had given up that, okay, I'm done for today. That was the only reason at 85 hours I stopped. If I was strong enough that it's okay, you know, for 1 hour now my body will not do autophagy and everything, I can continue. I could have continued till the next day, you know. I think mentally I had given up in morning at 9:30. Maybe it was just like this week is going to be, we are teaching a lot of things at work and we have workshop and lot of things. So mentally I was ready to just say, okay, you know, I'm done kind of. But he's right.
Working from home also?
I'm working from home. Yeah.
Oh, and cooking and everything.
Yeah, if there is like 9-year-old stuck to me next year. His school is going on. Me working, cooking 3 meals. Everything is part of the life. You know, there is no. So.
Yeah, good job.
So when Roshanji, when I broke my fasting, of course, I was making a fresh juice of green juice, and then I was making fresh juice for orange juices. So after I made it, I took a couple of sips of green juice, and I said, you know, I'm full. I can't drink anymore. So I put that green juice back in the refrigerator, and then I said, maybe I should try this orange juice. I wanted to try it and see if it came out, if I wanted to add anything. So I had a couple of sips of orange juice, and that's it. I couldn't drink it anymore. So that's only 4 sips I had that when I finished 75 hours, and I was full. So I waited in the morning. I did my enema. I did all that. At noon, I tried to go back to green juice again, after at 12 o'clock, which is 90 hours. So I went and had a green juice. And after, in that green juice, I drank in an hour and a half. Take a little sip and just leave it on the side. Don't drink it for a while. Then take a little sip more and then don't drink it for a while. So it took me an hour and a half to 2 hours. I finished my green juice, half a glass of green juice, which I had made previous day. So I finished that one. And then in the evening, I just had the balance of the orange juice. And then I went to sleep. That's all. I did it. But I did do my enema both times. And surprisingly, enema still came up with some of the junk come out of my body. Some of the waste came out of my body. On a third day, when I went for shopping, on a 72 hour, I did feel a little, my mind, I was getting a little kind of, mind was not balancing itself. But then I got busy on picking up right groceries and this and that and whatever. And I came back. I was a bit tired, I don't know whether it's mental tired or body tired. So I said, let me give myself a little bit rest. So for 30 minutes I slept. Then I said, no. I got a lot of people are coming over. I got to show them how to make juice and stuff. I need to get back. So I did that. But what I've decided, next time when I do long term, I won't keep any appointment. It's not right, because you'll talk less and just listen good things, something you enjoy. Your mind needs a good waves or good things to hear. Mind needs to become stronger also, But one of the things I saw, my mind fog was going away, and my mind was getting more clearer and clearer what I want to do with my life. I mean, it was just getting more and more clearer. This meditation does, next time I think I'm gonna, even if I do 24 hours, I'm gonna go walk for a long walk, like 4 or 5 miles, just walk and listen to good music or good books or something, And I think that might whole thing, whatever you do, you want to bring your mind to a positive thing. And you need to thank your body. You need to thank all the organs. They have done unconditionally good work all these many years. You need to be thankful to the body. Hey, you're thankful to your pancreas, you're thankful to your kidney, you're thankful to your liver. I mean, all the body. So just be thankful to body. Hey, you have served me so well, and again, just sometimes people do go for massages. Yeah, massage does promote blood circulation, all that. But massage also makes you feel good, doesn't it? I mean, when I go for massage, I go to sleep. I don't even realize. I go to sleep on a massage table. Those things, you pamper your body. Why not? One should do that every once in a while. It's good for you. It's good for you. So that is the way I think. And I do. This coming Saturday, guys. By the way, guys, Saturday is our Zoom meeting, and we have a
meeting.
Outstanding guests are coming, and so one of the guests is from childhood. He had a bronchitis from childhood. He was coughing since childhood and never got better. A lot of medicine, a lot of doctors, a lot of things. And when he started NDS and how that changes his life, he's going to talk about that, and let's see, one of the guy I'm talking about, he had a multiple spinal cord injury, where doctor told him he never would be able to walk, he never would be able to go without a wheelchair and a walker and all that. Now he's climbing mountains. So, I asked him if he could join us. In fact, Jeff has talked to him before. So, because he's not too far from Jeff. So I recommended Jeff to talk to him, and Jeff has talked to him before. And then there is and then I want you guys to share your fasting experience, so other people would feel more confident, and so some of you guys need to talk about your experience, first 24 hours, first time you did, what it feels, because I'm going to emphasize everybody should do once a week, you should do fasting.
Sure.
And the right time to do that, when you eat wrong food, you go to party, things like that, and which we're gonna do that. We are living in a social world, so we're gonna do that. Go to somebody's party, and we may eat something which we are normally, if we are at home, we would not eat. Important thing is, so next day if you do fasting, your body will balance itself. It'll balance itself. So that's what we want to promote there. So sorry, somebody was saying something.
No, Deepak Bhai, that reminds me, I think Punita Ben had commented that we have done all this long fasting, everything. Next 30 days are going to be important on what kind of evening diet and everything we have. Like, do you have any, can you throw some light on that?
Yeah, so this is what I asked Punita Ben. She has put 5 recipes on our website. She's on our seminar. She's going to talk about that. I am, some of us have continued with the Rasahar, which is good. Rasahar, you do 10 days, take it easy for a little bit, and then do another 10 days. So let body get accustomed to it, and then continue with the Rasahar. Rasahar people. Last time, Dolly Ben, the lady from who runs the NDS program in the Dallas area, she had a lot of skin problems, and she said she had done an NDS diet for so long, almost a year and a half, and now all her skin problems gone now. So
can you give her number, Deepak Bhai? I would like to talk to her.
Sure. In fact, we have posted on our website a few times, and we'll post again.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll post again. Yes. So she had a very good luck with it. We will have a couple of 3 interesting people. Then I want Punita Ben to talk about the recipes and what are the, because she is handling a person now personally who's a 10% heart was working, and slowly her right food, giving it to her, it become 10 to 20, 20 to 30, 30 to 40. So her heart is improving. The lady who could not even get up from the bed, and she had to hospitalize a few times. Now she's walking, making 50, 60 round in her house. So that's the power of the food, right type of intake of the food. She's doing that, So that's very good. That's very good. One other question was asked to me that there is a machine. We got 5 more minutes. Kangen. It makes a 11 to 12 reading of the alkaline, so which is very good. Is but do we need to, should we buy it, and should we use that every day? First of all, in an NDS diet, if you follow diet properly, your drinking water is going to be very, very, very little. And then the second thing is, if you, whatever water you're going to drink tomorrow, please, the previous night, cut cucumber into 4 or 5 slices, and your lemon in 3 or 4 slices, leave it overnight, and then toast that away in the morning. That water will turn into 8.5 to 9.0 alkalinity. That is more than enough. That's good enough. So because this Kangen machine, I think it costs around $34 or $3,500. If you want to spend that, by all means, you can spend that. But I would say you don't need to, because your drinking water is going to be automatically dropped anyway. But if we want to start eating alkaline food, and please avoid any processed food. Please, I just bought the machine, and it makes nut milk, almond, cashews, any coconut, whatever. You put it in and put the water in, and the other end milk comes out. It's called almond cow, and you can Google it up, almond cow. The reason I'm doing that, because yes, there are milk available, plant-based milk available in store, but there are preservatives. I don't want any chemical go in my body. I just don't want it, because every chemical you take in your body has to filter it, and then it doesn't go away from your body. It stays in your body. I don't want any, so anything you eat from outside, if it is long term, it has a preservatives. Okay, I mean, there is no ifs and buts about that. So and my very dear friend Renuka Ben, she's going to be our guest, not this week but next month. She runs a very nice site in Houston called Vegan Diet System, and very nice. And so she called me and she told me, Deepak, I'm using this machine. I'm so pleased. I bought 4 more, and I'm gonna give it to my kids and my family members. It's working out beautiful. And some of the milk combinations she made, she told me pine nuts and walnuts or almond. She said that milk, your any dairy milk, will beat hands down, 100% it'll beat down. It is so beautiful. It tastes so good, very frothy and very good. And me and Punita, when we made from almond milk, fresh almond milk, we made a yogurt, and it came out very nice, very nice yogurt. So anyway, because they put artificial sugar in it, the vanilla in it, all this milk you buy in the marketplace, they do have some chemicals in it. Okay, guys. I mean, if you don't have a choice, you don't have a choice. But
Deepak bhai, how is it very easy to use and maintain and everything? You like
yes,
it?
yes. I mean, I'm not gonna recommend anybody. I just bought it and I'm gonna try it for 30 days. Then I'm gonna say it whether it's good or not. But did you guys do nasal cleaning? Everybody did nasal cleaning. That kit I was talking about, Neil made, I think.
Yeah.
How did you guys like it? Was it easy to use?
Yeah, it's very easy.
Okay. Do you feel better? I mean, after you do the nasal cleaning, did you feel better? Breathing improved or not?
Yeah, breathing improved. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. And any allergies that you have, they disappear completely.
Oh, wonderful. I want you to say that in our Saturday seminar, because I want to encourage people. We can't force people to do fasting, but if they get encouraged and they see positive results, they'll do it. They will do it, and everybody will. Mangalaben did it for first time, right, Mangalaben?
Yeah, that was my first time and it was amazing. And because of, I think, because of we are doing 16-hour fasting, so that would be 24 hours so easy for me, I guess.
Okay. How did Ajay bhai do?
Ajay bhai perfectly, yeah. We do it together, so that's the advantage for both of us. And so I don't have to cook, and that's a great thing for me that I don't have to stay in my kitchen for one day. That's
wonderful.
So Deepak bhai, how much weight did you lose?
5.5 pounds.
Wow. Okay.
That's great.
That's very good.
Sejal bhai, the avocado stuff, what you had to calm down your stomach problem, can you share with us that drink which finally gave you comfort?
Sure. Oh yeah, Punita told me that according to her, what I did was that you take a little, 1 teaspoon of jeera, then you a little bit of ajmo, and 4 to 5 seeds of methi. Right.
Okay.
And then you put that you put it in soak. You soak it for the whole night. And then next day in the morning you add like let's say 2 cups of water. If you add 2 cups of water to this whole mixture, and then add ginger, lemon, and fudino, mint, and then you boil it to make it 1 cup. And then you strain it and you drink it. Oh my God, that saved my life. My angry stomach was quiet. Yeah.
I think the lemon, you put it at the very end because lemon loses its everything.
Yeah.
Put it in
You're
the
right. Thank
heat.
you.
So you boil and you put lemon at the very end.
Yeah, you put actually. Then I learned that to put lemon and fudino both at the end.
Right.
You're right. Yeah, thank you.
Its properties.
The recipe, what you just gave, I would like you guys to put it in English and put it on our fasting group because Jeff didn't understand what it means.
Sorry. You know what?
So, no. That's fine. Just put it on our fasting group. So Jeff can know how you made your
Sure.
Jeff, what would you like to share? What is your Jeff? I need your help. I got 3 more cancer patients and they are very desperate. We need, I need your help to guide them. I'm guiding them. I've already started. They're coming on a Saturday for first time. on our Zoom meeting, and then I'm starting a fasting program. I'm starting NDS program with them, and then I'm going to start them fasting before too long. And then that's where I need your help a little bit.
Of course, whatever you need from me, I will give it. Whatever, I will help in any way that I can.
Yeah. So I'm sorry, our friend Prashant, he lost his father. I was very sorry to hear that.
Terribly sad. Terribly sad.
I had started Prashant on a fasting rasahar for 10 days, and all of a sudden his father passed away. So I told him just take it easy for right now, and then I'll get back to him, and get the program started. So tell me, did you do fasting at all this week? Did you move out of your house and did you do any fasting at all?
We were in a hotel so that we would be away for the showing. I'm back in the house now.
Okay. Okay.
I didn't fast as long as I would have liked to, but I did, and I just broke my fast. When I break my fast, I do it with green juice.
Oh, good.
And
good.
I don't. I'm embarrassed to tell you, I don't take an hour to drink it. I'm thirsty and I'm hungry, so I just drink a glass. But it doesn't seem to bother my stomach. I don't know, maybe it's bad for my system, but I feel fine. I don't feel weak or tired or sick or anything when I drink the green juice. I just feel it energizes me. I feel better.
Wonderful. Yeah.
And then in the evening, my next challenge that I need to work on with you and the group is I need to get something in place for the long term for NDS recipes, raw food recipes. I'm completely vegan, but I still eat some cooked food. There's a bean soup that my wife makes that's very good. It fills me up, but again, it's cooked, and I know that you're not supposed to eat cooked food. So challenge
once in the evening, food is okay. That's fine. Once in the evening, that's fine.
I was going to say it's a bean soup in a tomato base, and it's got it's all vegetable. It's delicious, and it fills me up, and I feel better when I eat it. But I need to get more. I need to get more raw recipes. So I'm excited to move to that. But in the meantime, it's just the green juice with the intermittent fasting on a daily basis, and then Thursday, I do the full fast. And you already answered the question that I was going to ask for tonight, is that once we've completed this and we do these progressively longer fasts, then how should we incorporate this? And it sounds like just once a week with a 24-hour fast, and then moving back to green juice and NDS diet.
Correct.
So I want to, because of the cancer, I want to do as much autophagy as I can. But in the meantime, I need to have a sustainable longer term plan as well too. So that's where that's at. But
me and you will talk, and we will figure out the plan. And second thing is, next month we will do long term. I would like to go that time. I'd like to go 90 hours, and we'll start from scratch. But right now, till the end of this month, once a week is more than enough. Let's give a body a little bit of rest. Don't want to keep shocking body all the time, but let's keep what we are doing now. Green juice in the afternoon, autophagy in the morning. The intermittent fasting in the morning, green juice in the afternoon. Slowly make it later. If you're drinking green juice at noon, do it at 1 o'clock, then do it at 2 o'clock, things like that. And then try to eat meal a little bit earlier. If you're eating at 8 o'clock, try to eat at 7 o'clock, then try to eat at 6 o'clock. So between 3 and 6, try to finish your first meal and last meal in a very short time, 4 hours, so 5 hours, So if you can do that, giving body a chance to do more intermittent fasting and more autophagy, and get rid of a lot of toxins out. So that's what we should do. Anybody else has any question? I think we are already 5 minutes over. Anybody else? Go ahead, Roshanji. Go ahead, please.
I have apple cider vinegar. So
yes,
I think
yes.
How to take it means sometime I eat cooked food, then should I take it before dinner, and how much?
Good question. Good question. Very good question. Apple cider vinegar, everybody thinks it's acidic, but actually it's alkaline. When it goes in your stomach, it becomes alkaline. apple cider vinegar has a lot of different quality, and I would like you guys to Google it and read it. One of the thing it does, first of all, how are you going to take it? The way you're going to take it is 2 hours before you eat cooked food in the evening, 2 hours before, 2 to 3 hours before, 1 teaspoon, no more than 1 teaspoon, and warm water. Put it in warm water, okay? Not boiling water, but warm water, just like tea water, like a tea temperature. Just put it in and then sip slowly but surely. Just drink, just like you're making a tea, but instead of tea, you're putting one teaspoon of apple cider vinegar. That 2-3 thing it does. It helps the food you're gonna eat. It's gonna break down the food quickly. Second thing, any protein, out of shape protein, which does not go through your system, doesn't get digested, doesn't get through nutrients absorption points in your larger intestine, it will reshape it. It has the ability to reshape it, and it make it work in your body. Some of the proteins are harmful. That they even harmful protein, they will reshape it, and then they will digest it, they'll process it. So apple cider vinegar has a lot of benefit to it. Just 1 teaspoon, drink it 2 hours before, and lukewarm water. Don't get carried away. People then they're feeling so good, then they start taking quarter of a cup. No, don't do that. Just 1 teaspoon, and at the most slowly. If you've been doing it for a couple of 3 months, then you can have 2 teaspoons. But 1 teaspoon is more than enough. And some people now they feel so good with that, they're now drinking in the morning and the evening. No, 1 in the afternoon is good enough before your dinner. 2-3 hours before, that's more than enough. And I promise you, you will see tremendous digestion system will improve tremendously. It would really aid your digesting system, and it will not let any waste stay around. It will get rid of it. It's good, and it dissolves a lot of fat, and it also controls your sugar. Any sugars come from wherever it comes from, fruits or wherever it's coming from, it would go ahead and digest sugar, and it would get out of your urine. It will not let it go through your body. So it has a lot of different benefits, So, but only catch is when you buy a apple cider vinegar, please buy Mrs. Braggs, BRAGGS, and it should say on the bottom, with mother. With mother. What mother is, what it means is, it comes from the it comes you take the old sample, like a yogurt. You have old yogurt, you take that teaspoon to mix it with the new yogurt you're trying to make. So it comes with it has been old family preserved. What do you call that? We in Gujarati we call melvard, but I don't know what you call it.
Culture.
It's a starting culture.
Yeah, culture.
Thank you. It's the culture. So it comes with the old family culture, and it's been cultured. Mrs. Braggs have that family culture developed for. She herself, she's 95 or 97, and when I go walk with her, I can't walk in her speed. There is no way. She is so fast. She's so fast and very healthy. And all the money she makes, she donates. Every bit of it, she donates. I've known her for 30 years, and she's a wonderful human being. Wonderful human. She wrote a lot of books as well. She's a wonderful person. Anyway, yeah, if you definitely it will help you. And whenever you have a gas stomach or your stomach is upset, don't take milk or don't take anything else. Just have a lemon, hot water, and 1 teaspoon of apple cider vinegar. More than enough. It will settle your stomach within no time. Just like that, it will settle your stomach.
And
sorry, go ahead, Roshan.
How much water? 1 glass of warm water.
So I would say probably 8 ounces is good enough. 8 to 10 ounces.
Okay.
This vinegar itself gives a very bad odor from the mouth. Can we add something to neutralize that
No,
odor?
not vinegar, I said. Apple cider vinegar.
Yeah, apple cider vinegar only I meant. So can we add something to improve its
No,
taste?
no. There is no odor. No. I mean, to brush it. Do your brushing.
Oh.
You know, that's all. That's all.
Okay.
One of the fasting members complained that because we are doing enema twice a day, sometimes your rectum becomes a little bit numb or becomes a little what do you call it bothering you. It pains. Okay, you receive little pains. It happens to me too every once in a while. One of the catch: catheter tube needs to be thoroughly clean, guys. You know, thoroughly clean with a soap and warm water. You know, soap and warm water. You need to thoroughly clean. Sometimes I even put a shampoo inside and then run it through hot water, so it would go all the way to the end. And then there is a in a dollar store there is a toothbrush. I mean, not toothbrush. The small brush comes in, which you clean your teeth in between your teeth. I take that brush, put a little soap, and then I go inside the holes, both sides, and then I wash it off. So that cleanliness is very, very important. Second thing, when you do, if you're taking enema, what you need to do, please take a wet wipes. Don't use paper. Paper is very, you know, as is you are using your rectum to do the inserting the enema of a catheter. Use wet wipes. Wet wipes, what it does, it cleans it, but it is wet, so it does not harsh your skin. So you need to do that. You know, that is very,
sometimes very. I need to use coconut oil to make it easy. You know.
No, that's fine. I suggested instead of coconut oil, try to use Surgi Lube.
Surgi.
Surgilube. Surgi Lube. It's a lubrication, but it does not have any oil content. Okay. This is the surgeon they use when they use it in surgery. Okay. And it's very, very hygienic. So use that. Put a little bit in your finger. Put it on around just the tip of the catheter, and then take that finger and lubricate entrance of the rectum. That's all. Okay. Don't go inside. Just outside the rectum. Please don't go inside. Just outside the rectum.
So Deepak, you suggest not to use oil?
I mean, I prefer, see, the oil you use, I'm not so sure how hygienic it is, you know, unless you're keeping it in a very clean conditions, you don't use it for anything else. I would say Surgi Lube is your best bet.
So I use Deepak by pure coconut oil, organic one, which is like very nicely packed.
That's fine. What I'm afraid of, if there is infection comes in oil, it'll transmit to your rectum, and I don't want that. This Surgi Lube, you're gonna use it nowhere else except this use only. Wash your hand before you take that lube. Please wash your hand thoroughly. Okay.
I use gloves.
Yeah, that's fine. Gloves is fine. Yeah.
Okay.
So, but this type of infection is common. It happens, and then you put. I put antibiotics, you know, and it just goes away. But you know, it takes a couple of days and it goes away. So anyway.
Also, Deepak, the catheter, you can clean it with alcohol too, right?
Yes, of course you can.
Okay.
But then alcohol residue should not stay in it. You should put it run enough water. You should wash it off. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, of course you can. Yes. Alcohol is. I do use alcohol sometimes. Yeah, I do that.
Got it.
So, Deepak, what are our new steps?
Scared, okay? Don't be scared. That it's a very common phenomena. Everybody who does that much of what do you call enema usage, that happens. And enema, we are not going to take lifetime. Once your system is clean, then take enema as needed basis. You don't need, especially you fasting, you take it. Okay, that's the and when you do rasahar, you do that. Rasahar means, Jeff, you stay on a juice diet for 10 days. Then you take this enema at least once a day, you know, so that's what you do. Punita Ben wants to do, starting 1st of April, she wants to take the team to 10 days Rasahar. I think she's going to talk about that on Saturday, you know. So, you know, which is fine, you know. Rasahar is always good. Rasahar is always good. Yeah, before too long, all our aim is that we will make you feel that you are so healthy with the fruits and vegetables and juice and all that, then all the cooked food you will not have preference. And honestly, if I have a choice between two food, I would not touch the cooked food at all. I would just go and eat salads and fruits and vegetables and juice. That's all. So that is the type of life, what we want to change it to. So you never get sick. You never will get sick.
Right.
What kind of milk you drink, Roshanji? What type of milk you drink? Plant-based milk you drink at home?
Coconut.
Coconut oil. Okay, coconut. Somebody can do a little research for me. Cashew has a very high cholesterol. Any nuts, almond has a high cholesterol and a triglycerides. Coconut has a very high cholesterol and triglyceride. When you buy the milk, if you notice on a store, 0 cholesterol, 0 triglyceride. Did you see that, Roshanji? Did you see that? On a box, in the back side of it, it says no cholesterol, no triglyceride. Where the triglyceride or cholesterol went? Because these nuts do have the highest triglycerides and a high cholesterols. So I'm trying to figure it out. When I called this company whose milk maker I bought the machine. Hey, when I grind this almond and whatever milk I'm making it, what happens to my triglycerides and my cholesterol? I would like to find out. So as soon as I find out, I'll let you guys know.
Okay. So
all right, guys. So
next steps
if everybody wants to continue next Tuesday, then I will have to tell Manglaben and Ajay Bhai. So we will book the next Tuesday again at 7 o'clock.
Yes, but please,
guys,
please.
do a little more research on fasting and share with us. I'm not a doctor. I'm a dumb engineer, and we all have God has given more brain to all of us. So do a little research and see what fasting does. I do have a few fasting books behind me, and I haven't had a chance to go through it. But fasting is honestly, it's the best way to bring the equilibrium to the body. This guy who invented medical science, who developed medical science, every medical student have to take oath. It's called Oath of Hippocrates. Hippocrates, doctor, born 550 years ago. And what he proved it at 550 years ago, was if your body is in a equilibrium position, or if your body stays in an optimum condition, then it can cure any diseases, provided we keep our body in a condition where in an optimum condition. So and alkaline body, just one thing we remember: alkaline body, no infection can stay in alkaline body, period. Okay, so all the medicine they talk about, they are not doing anything better than what we are doing. They are, I used to go to, they call naturopath clinics in India. They have and naturopath clinic is not in India, it's all over the world. I've been to one in Iceland, one in Spain, one is in Germany. This naturopath clinic, they set up the clinic based on Dr. Hippocrates principles, and they make the body come to the optimum condition. Once they bring the body, how do they do that? They do make you fast, they do keep you on a juice diet, they give you the right vegetables, juices, whatever, and they basically make your body alkaline. That's what they do in 10 days time. Okay, and then when that becomes, when they do make you fast also for a couple of days, then they cure most of your disease, and it starts getting cured, and you see the results in 10 days. So there is one clinic, we all are living in Southern California. There's one clinic is in San Diego called, and I want you to Google it. It's called Optimum Health Institute, and they are booked 2 months in a solid, booked in advance, and they advertise they cure cancer. I've been to their seminars. It's a free seminar every Sunday. They feed you and they teach you and they give you an idea, and a lot of cancer cured patient comes and attends it. They come to attend that. And they're expensive, but at the same time, they're reasonable. So they charge you $2,000 for 2 weeks. And then if you want to stay 2 more weeks, they don't charge you anything, but then you have to help out in the kitchen. And then you don't pay anything. So
what's the name again? What's the name?
Optimum Health, San Diego. And their concerned sister institute is in West Palm Beach, known as Hippocrates Clinic.
Okay.
Okay, and I have heard a lot of cancer patients there. You know, I used to go, they used to invite me, so I used to go on a Sunday and sit with the patient, mingle with them, and they would present a lot of different dishes. And they're raw vegan, just like what we are doing here, raw vegan. That's what they are. So what I thought was, if enough people would get together, I will drive. I can take 7-8 people in my car, and one Sunday I would book us up, and then we go and spend a day with them. At least 4 or 5 hours, and they teach us what are the even weeds which you find in a grass in your lawn, which you can eat, and how much benefit it gives you.
You will have to Zoom us, Deepak Bhai. For Jeff and me, we will have to Zoom in.
Yeah. The people who are Jeff and you need to Zoom it, right? We can do that. But people who live in Southern California, I'm offering you, we can, all of us can go there and visit them and have a lunch there, and they would feed a beautiful.
Yeah, I mean, wow. Deepak Bhai, I mean.
Yeah. So Mangalavan, I will have you and Ajay Bhai coordinate and get the name of the people who want to go, and one weekend we will do live seminar from there. That's what we'll do.
Yeah, that's very nice of you, Deepak Bhai.
Yeah, and we will interview people. People are there. We will interview people there. Meena Ben, you will have to come from, you and Kiran Ben will have to drive from San Francisco to here, Southern California.
Meena Ben left actually. She was busy.
Okay, that's fine.
I'm in, Deepak Bhai. I'm in.
Yeah, okay. And Kiran Ben also. Kiran Ben, you can also plan on coming in. You have a place. We will accommodate you. You can have a place to stay here, so not to worry.
Okay, I'll see when you decide about it. At that.
Yeah. So we'll do by democracy. People will come up with the dates, and then we say, okay, we're gonna do it. And then I have to let the organizer of that clinic know that we are coming. 8 or 10 people are coming, so they can accommodate us on the food side of it. It starts at 10 o'clock and it ends at 4 o'clock. And
food we can carry ourselves. Food we can carry ourselves, since we are on raw diet, so we can take fruits and veggies with us. That is not a problem. Only thing, we want to see their place and attend their lecture.
Yes. So we have to attend the lectures, and and then we'll come back. So it will be 6-8 hours. They would give us that time. Their idea is to bring the people in. Hopefully they will recruit them. So they would come and visit them. But it's a non-profit organization. So, but they do a good job. When Chawan Sahib came, I took him down there. I took him down there. And he was quite impressed. What a lot of people are doing. Selflessly, how much work everybody's doing.
Okay.
Yeah.
That sounds good.
Yeah. So we will do it. We'll decide. We as a group will decide, and then I'll call them and try to get us a booking there.
Okay.
All right. Okay, guys. Thank you so much. And we'll see you guys on Saturday. Okay. Be prepared when we ask you. I'm sorry.
So we are also going to meet next Tuesday, right, Deepak Bhai?
Yeah. We'll meet 7 o'clock next Tuesday. So do prepare to share something with the people who have never done fasting. So please, fasting group, I expect you to at least share 1 point. Each of you guys need to share 1 point on a fasting. Please.
Got it.
Yeah. We need to help others.
Now we have all experienced people in our group, Deepak Bhai. Everyone knows the steps.
Absolutely.
Deepak Bhai, whomever you need us to help, please let us know, and more than happy to guide them.
Just prepare. We're gonna tap on you and say, please talk about that. Roshan ji, bolo.
नहीं, buy कर रहा हूँ time.
Yeah. Okay, chalo. Sorry,
Bye.
it took us a little bit over time today. But
No, thank you, Deepak Bhai. That was
Thank you.
Good night,
we appreciate
everybody.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye,
Bye,
everyone.
everyone.
Thank you,
Bye.
Deepak bhai.
Bye.
Good night.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.